Okay, here's the deal. I'm working on supper tonight. Now, sometimes I fix too much. Okay, I know that. Sometimes I fix too much. Like tonight, I'm fixing spaghetti, not the homemade sauce, Prego. I'm going to add a little bit of stuff to it, not too much to it. I'm fixing some pork chops. I've got some nice pork chops, not real big, just small pork chops. I'll cut those. They're boneless pork chops, thin sliced, ready to cook. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm doing some fried potatoes, pork chops, and spaghetti. I'm going to do a little bit of sourdough bread. Got some sourdough bread. Going to cut that up, butter that, toast that on the oven. I don't have an oven, so I have to toast it on the stove. I've been without power about a week now. We cook supper every night. You'll hear a little generator running in the background. I've done that really just for those lights. I need a few lights on here in the kitchen because where I'm filming at. But I'm going to cut up some potatoes. I'm going to do that. Cut up some pork chops, get those ready, sort of lay out my stove. I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I hope it ain't too long. If it is, I'll try to edit out as much as possible. So it isn't too drastically long. But anyway, I'm doing pork chops, fried potatoes, 2 fried things, spaghetti with meat sauce, nice spaghetti with a good meat sauce, and sourdough bread. I'm going to cut it and toast it on both sides. That's where I'm going. We'll see how it finishes. All right, got to get the skillets all lined up. If I don't get these organized and lined, I have trouble, okay? This one here, this pot here, going to be for the spaghetti. This one I'm going to brown the hamburger in. I don't like that lid. I'm going to brown the hamburger in, okay? The pork chops, I'm going to do those in something a little smaller, simply because I don't have as much room. I'm going to take them back here. So I got I'm going to brown the hamburger. I'm going to brown the hamburger in here. Then I'll mix my sauce and stuff in there and let that run on low, put it on the back eye. My pork chops is going to go over here. My water was going to go here for my spaghetti. I'm using the spaghetti. It's a pot-sized spaghetti. I never have used it before. It says, yes, it's a pound. I'm going to use that. Hamburger for that. I bought about a quarter of a cow a while back. Got that ready for that. Pork chops, ready for that. Fried potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and peel those potatoes up. Get those ready to go. Potatoes, peel them and dice them and get them ready. All right, I went to do the potatoes, but Janice had already washed them and peeled them, which was really, really good. And the reason she does that is strictly because she wants them peeled in a certain way. She likes them to be diced in a certain way and done in a certain way. So that really works out to my advantage, okay, because she goes ahead and does that. Okay, pork chops. Pick these pork chops up. Now, I really wasn't going to do pork chops today, okay, because I'm doing spaghetti and several other things, but they were on sale, 4 of them, for $3.49 at Food Line today. So, I mean, what was I to do? Okay, I had to buy them. $3.49 for 4 pork chops. But what I'm going to do is, because I love my family, I'm still going to cut these in half. Okay, and cut them back just a little bit, because I'm going to make sure they really want them. And there's a lot more people coming than what I originally thought. So what I'm going to do is lay these out. They're already seasoned, which is really good. These pork chops are seasoned, ready to rock and roll. So they are good. I have to really stage myself. If not, I'll be in a mess here in just a little while. So there they are, ready to go. The potatoes are already cut. Here are the potatoes. Janice got them diced up for me. It's really good. They're beautiful. She cuts them perfectly. I get them too thick sometimes, too thin sometimes, but she's got them suckers ready. We get all. I know all these camera shots are not going to be the best, but I'm going to go ahead and put my water in my pot, get it ready. I'm not going to turn it on yet, but I'm going to get it ready. I'm not going to take my potatoes out of the water, okay? Simply because if I do, I don't want them to get brown, okay? I'm not going to put this on. I'm probably 30 minutes or so away, so I'm not going to really, I'm going to take my time and get this laid out, because if not, I have a mess on my hands. I'm going to go ahead and open up. I always put one diced tomato in with my ragu. Put enough water in the pot. Get that ready. I get a little heavy on the water sometimes for that. I'm going to go ahead and cut these, open these up and drain them. The reason I drain them is I like to make my sauce just a little bit thick. So I generally cut this up and drain them. All right, now I do know this. As I'm putting this all together, it seems like pretty much like a dump and go, okay? Probably is, all right, in some ways. But, you know, sometimes supper's supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be so hard. And I think, but anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and butter this bread. Fix up some bread, because everybody likes the bread with their spaghetti. So I've got this sourdough bread, because there was some lady in the store the other day who told me sourdough bread is supposed to be a lot better for you. So I'm going to go ahead and butter it, get it ready to go. I'll butter it, I'll cut it, and I'll butter it and then cut it. It's generally what I do. And that way I can get more out of it. So when everybody starts getting together to eat, they just won't get a whole piece of bread, take 3 bites off of it and leave it sitting there. So I'm going to do that. But I'm still watching my time, because I don't want it all ready too early. Though I have warmers. I've got nice warmers that go with that. I think I'm going to go ahead and put my spaghetti sauce on and get it going. Get that going. Then I'll go with the other. I'll go ahead and start browning the hamburger. I have no electricity in the house, except I'm running a little generator right now. I have to light my stove, which isn't that big of a deal. Okay. What I've done with my hamburger, I went ahead and put it in the, it wasn't thawed out. So I went ahead and put it in a baggie, and I thawed it out. Okay. Got it thawed out. Okay. Hamburger. Easy pack. Real. Man, this is good hamburger. Jeff White got this for me. He got me this. Jeff did. I bought it from him. And I've been real pleased with it. I'm going to go ahead and brown this up. Get it sort of. Again, this is nothing complicated, and I know it's not what you call a great recipe. But I mean, you know, hey, as I shared with you, not supposed to be that hard all the time. I'm going to brown the hamburger. What am I going to put in it? I don't know. I put a little salt, a little pepper. little salt, little pepper. I hate them ground up things. Okay, what else should I put in it? I don't know. Let's put some Italian seasoning. Put a little bit of that in there. Most of this stuff is already in my spaghetti sauce. Okay? So, I don't want to put too much stuff in there. A little oregano. A little bit of that in there. And everybody in our family has a real sensitive palate. Okay? They're very, very sensitive on their food. Okay? They fuss extensively. But anyway, here he is. We'll brown this up. And I'll move it on the back eye when I want to let it simmer, because a gas stove tends to cook a little. Again, like I'm sharing, I know this is nothing complicated, okay? But I just wanted to share it. Man, I don't have no electricity and had none for a week, so I'm a little bored. I may be overcooking a little bit tonight. I need to go ahead. I can go ahead and do the pork chops. Once I get this going, I'll do the pork chops. And I'll put a little bit of, you know what would probably be good in this is just a little bit. I'm not going to put no butter in it. I'm going to hold off on the butter. No butter. I want to put butter in it, but I'm not going to. Beef is browned, and the good thing about this beef here that I've got from Jeff, I don't have to drain it, man. It's, you know, it's got a lot, don't have as much fat. Okay. So, it's pretty good shape. Make sure it's all brown. All the beef is brown good. Looks pretty good. The secret Prego in my spaghetti. Now, can I make homemade spaghetti sauce? Yes, I can. And I'm telling you, I can make some good. But my people seem to like the Prego. Okay? Now, I can make it good. I can make some good spaghetti sauce. I'm telling you. And I've made it. Okay? But, I figure put the Prego in and go. Okay? I'm going to put a can of diced tomatoes in. They all went in. I'm going to mix this up good. All right, I'm going to get that mixed up. Then I'm going to get it up and let it hit a lick there pretty hard. Simmer pretty hard. Then what I do is I'll move it to the back eye and let it go real easy. Okay, sauce is on and it's going. I'm going to put the lid on it because sometimes it goes pop, 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 pops out, gets on the stove, and that gets me in all kinds of trouble. I don't want to fix my noodles too far ahead of time, simply because I don't want them sticking together. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, light the back eye, get it lit. Okay, because I can put these in a warmer. Whoops. Whoops, wrong eye. Okay. I'm not going to cook those real hard. These are pretty nice little pork chops, man. I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there because I can put some butter in there for those now. That ain't bad. Put a little butter in. Let that go. Okay. All right. I apologize about the lack of light, but I ain't got no electricity. We live real frugal. No electricity. My daughter said we should go without electricity and do a special TikTok just on, I think she said old people living off the grid. I think that's what she said. That just now hit me what I think she said. Old people living off the grid. I thought to myself, why don't you live off the grid? Tell me live off the grid. Okay. Pork chops in there. I'm going to turn those up on high. We'll hit those pretty good. I'll get a warmer ready for them. Okay, now, got the pork chops on the stove. I've got the sauce cooking. I'm going to drop it down on low. I think you can hit it too hard. I mean, everything is made in it. The hamburger's browned. I'm going to drop it down on low. In a minute, I'll move it to the back of the stove because it's hard to simmer low on this stuff. Okay, but I'm not going to fix my noodles till the last minute. I'm going to go ahead and get my warmers ready, and we'll rock and roll from there. All right, I'll go ahead and turn these over once. I'm not doing any kind of seasoning on these. Okay, nothing. I'm just going, leave them just like the good Lord and Food Line meant for them to be. Okay, I move them around a little bit because some parts of the skillet always seem a little hotter than the other parts for some reason. I only cook on gas because I can't really cook on electric. I'm not very good at it. Okay, while the pork chops are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start on the fried potatoes. A little butter. Make that all work good. Okay. I'll drain off the potatoes. Put them in. Give them a little salt. And probably nothing else. Again, my people are very finicky. Their palates are very sensitive. So I don't have water. She said, be sure and wash your dishes just as soon as you use them. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Show you a little more on the potatoes once we get there. I'm going to go ahead on the pork chops. Get them out. Put them in the warmer. Okay. Them are nice. Those are really neat little pork chops. There's 4 of them. It was $3 and something. That's all it was at Food Line today. So I'm going to put those in the warmer. Turn off that eye. If you don't have any of these, I've got these warmers. Really, really good, man. I don't even know what brand or anything like that they are. They work so good, though. Warmers are great. Okay, because I have to cook ahead of time. A lot of times. I have to do stuff a little bit ahead of time in order to keep everybody on on track. So those potatoes are going to take a while. I might need to find a lid. Whoop. Not real hot. Man, you can't hardly do that. It's so hard to get that eye back there like you need it. All right. Which eye am I on? That one back there. Okay. It's hard to get that. Let that stuff simmer. Spaghetti sauce smells very good. Of course, it's Prego, not me. Anyway, this I'm going to go ahead and wash. All right. The hard thing is letting these potatoes cook. Okay, because I like to turn them, toss them, and my family loves them browned, pretty hard browned. Okay, I can't do a lot of seasoning on them, but I got to get them brown. If I don't get them brown, I'll be in trouble. Trouble. I think I've got that to simmer down. Put it on low back there. Okay. All right. Now, okay, that's done. Now I know this. It doesn't take an experienced chef to do what I'm doing. All right? I've never claimed to be an award-winning experienced chef. I'm just an old boy that got to watching a guy on YouTube back when the pandemic hit. I got to watching this guy cook. Okay? I'm going to take 4 pieces. That'll give me 8. That's all they're getting today. My wife, she cooks, Janice cooks, she fixes too much stuff. Okay? Anyway, I got to watching a guy on YouTube cook. Okay? Drunk Steve's who I called him. Because he always liked to drink a little bit while he was cooking. Okay? When he done it, back when the pandemic hit, he was always cooking. Okay? That bottom piece is always going to stick. Okay? So he got to cooking. I got to watching him on TV. I never cooked. I mean, we had restaurants and stuff like that, but I really didn't do much cooking. Short order cooking. My dad always cooked. He likes to cook. He's always cooked, but I didn't really cook much. But then I got to watching this guy cook, and it just fascinated me. I thought to myself, old Drunk Steve can do that. I'd like to try that myself. And Steve is his name. He's on the YouTube, got a big YouTube channel. He never was completely what you call drunk while he was cooking, but he always had what's called a beer fund. And he would always do a little bit of, he had what's called, people donate to his beer fund. And he'd always open up a beer while he was cooking. So naturally, I just called him Drunk Steve. I'm fixing this up. What I'll do, since I got no oven, I'll do this on the stove. I got a little flat pan. I could do it in the skillet. I might have to do it in the skillet because Janice ain't here and she won't like me to mess up a whole lot of skillets. Anyway. So I just like cooking. I like cooking. I don't mind talking. I enjoy life. All right. There we go. That's ready. I better clean this up. Get over here to the potatoes. Okay. Potatoes they're not there yet by no means. I probably should drop them on low for a little while and then take them around. But I'm going to hit them a lick here and see what I can do with it. Still a little bit more potatoes in that skillet than what I like. But I'm going to leave those in there We'll see what happens. Let's check on our sauce. I have to watch that little top. But I'm going to try it. Anyway. All right. This is terrible. I hate doing this. You just splash it right on my shirt. What, see it trying to get me? Maybe if I go down a little lower. Ooh, that might work good. Okay. I'll tell you what, that worked out pretty good. I don't have anybody else to say it did, but I think it did. I think I've got... Okay, there's the lid. That will go for 2 hours easy. 2 hours in that warmer. Put it on. Okay, close on the fried potatoes. Not yet. They're on high. Been that way. Don't know how long. But I just afraid my outfit will fuss. They like them to be sort of crispy like. They like the fried potatoes very done. If not, I'll be in all kinds of trouble. So the bread is staged. The bread is staged, ready to go. All right. Fried potatoes going in the warmer. Hopefully. Now this is tedious also. Probably, normally, I think you're better off to scoop some out and put them in. I usually get them in, they fall over the side. I have to pick them back up. Not in the floor, they fall on the cutting board. There we go. And the cover. Four. I don't have a vent because I have no electricity. So that makes it really hard. I'll do this a little bit too. I can't tell them. If I hit that with just a little bit of garlic salt, and they'll never know the difference. See what it's looking like. That looks done. Oh, that's my smoke alarm goes off where I don't have my vents not working. Which my dog does not like it at all. She leaves, goes to the other room. It's not just my fault either. It's the smoke where I don't have no vent. Garlic bread, sourdough bread. All right, the only thing I really got left is the noodles. I don't know. I might shoot a little shot of that if I can. It's not that exciting, just spaghetti. But I used the pot-sized spaghetti this time. Okay, that's what I've got for tonight for supper. I've done fried pork chops, got those. Fried potatoes and spaghetti in meat sauce, I've got that. I'm going to warm up a little bit of broccoli, and I've got some garlic bread, some bread I've made out of sourdough bread, garlic bread. That's for supper tonight. Everybody's gone. They've got a ball game there right now. John Colson's got a soccer game. They're all there. They've timed me out pretty close. I should be able to have it ready for them when they get home. But that's it. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching.